And here we go, and welcome to race number 5 of 29 here in the 1992 Throwbacks. As we go ahead and take a look at the point standings here before we go into Bristol, we can see that Phil Parsons just barely has a 1-point lead over Alan Kawicki. And Sterling Marlin, he's doing surprisingly well to start the season. Tim Richmond, the only driver to score 4 top 10s to this point. And we can also see a couple of drivers that are sort of surprises here. And of course, we've got some big names towards the back. Mark Martin not having a good start to the season. Probably the most notable back here. So we'll go ahead and see how everyone can roll over here as we start race number 5 from the half-mile bull ring, the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Food City 500. Go ahead and take a look and see who we've got on the pole for today's race. And on the pole, unsurprisingly, it's going to be Mark Martin with a speed of a tad underneath 116 miles an hour. Boy, these guys are flying today. And that should make for a good race. The high banks of Bristol are known for producing just excellent speeds, even at this half-a-mile track. So we'll see how everything rolls out. Right now, your starting lineup, at least in the top 10, is going to go like this. We got Mark Martin on the pole, Davey Allison in second, Bill Elliott third, Alan Kawicki fourth, Rob Moroso with qualifying the 5th spot. He's going to lead the field for Oldsmobile. In 6th, number 25, Tim Richmond. In 7th, we have your points leader, Rick Mast. Can't believe I'm saying that. And in 8th, we have Kyle Petty in the 42. In 9th, we have Rusty Wallace. And rounding out the top 10, Larry Pearson in that number 8 Ford Thunderbird. We'll see how everything rolls out today. We all know that Bristol can be quite the wild card sometimes. Here's the command for the race.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
The cars have fired up here, as we are now going to have the field roll off here slowly into turns 3 and 4 as they are brought down towards the green flag. And the green flag is out. We are underway here from Bristol. As you can see, all the cars screaming off into turn number 1. It looks like Mark Martin. Remember, he's not having a good season to start off, but right now it's looking good enough. He's going to lead lap number 1 here with Bill Elliott hot on his tail for second. Rob Moroso trying to get around last week's winner, Davey Allison. That'll be no problem. Moroso will go to 3rd. Phil Parsons to 4th as Allison's just trying to get down to the bottom here. Proving to be a very difficult task, and now Moroso's given the boot by Rick Mast, and Mast is going to go to the 3rd position. Rusty Wallace now down to the inside here, trying to take 4th away from Moroso. That'll happen. And how about this? Jeff Bonatti didn't even qualify inside the top 10. And here he is. He's going to move up into the top 5 in only 3 laps. That is quite the move up. Jeff Bodine's probably got a very strong number 9 machine. And now Bill Elliott, he's probably not having the season that he would have liked, as he jumped from that number 9 team over here to the Junior Johnson number 11 team. And we all know just how strong this team is. 6 championships over their existence. And a car owner, Junior Johnson, who had 50 career wins in NASCAR's early days. As we look further back, Sterling Marlin continues his respectable season performance. He's in 6th. Moroso falls in line to 7th. Morgan Shepherd to 8th. We have Tim Richmond in 9th. And how about this? Eddie Beerswell in the 31 car. I tell you, Eddie Beerswell seems to always put on a staggeringly good performance here in the short tracks. Here he is up in the top 10 driving for, I don't even know who that is. I honestly don't even know who that is. Driving for some team with some, I mean, I don't even think that's a sponsor. It's just Ireland. Either which way, Eddie Beerswell, he's in the top 10. He's got the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt, right behind him, the 3-time champion. And last week's winner, Davey Allison, despite starting on the outside pole, he's already shuffled outside of the top 10. And there goes Earnhardt around Beerswell, and I'm sure that Davey Allison's going to follow suit. And there he goes. We've got a battle for the 8th position here. Is Tim Richmond trying to snooker a position away from Morgan Shepherd. It looked like he gave Shepherd a little bit of a bump going into turn 1. You're going to see a lot of that today. So that's pretty much the only way to make a reliable pass on this track. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt looks like he's going to get around Shepherd along with Davey Allison. So these guys probably going to slowly work their way towards the front. Now, further back here, you can see the number 7, Alan Kawicki. He was the points leader 2 weeks ago and would have been the points leader coming into this race, but he did not have a very good showing at Darlington. So Rick Mast passed him by 1 point for the points lead coming in here. Kawicki definitely looking for a top 10 day, and as we all know, Kawicki's very good at this track. His home track is the Slinger Speedway up in Wisconsin, very much like Bristol. Only instead of a half mile, Slinger's a quarter mile. So plenty of practice at a track like this for Allen, the 1990 champion. Meanwhile, going back up towards the front, not much changing here. Mark Martin continues to lead here at lap number 15 when we get to the line. Bill Elliott will be solidly in the 2nd position. Phil Parsons 3rd, and Jeff Bodine will be in 4th. Rounding out the top 5 will be Rusty Wallace. Someone who is always dangerous on the short tracks. He always seems to get a very good finishing position here. Now, one of the things about the Bristol Motor Speedway is, despite us packing all of these cars onto such a small facility, that means that you're going to run into lap traffic very quickly. And you can see here, last place, Jeff Purvis, pretty much already in danger of going a lap down. Mark Martin's closing in on him quick. So usually by lap 20 or lap 25, we start to see lap traffic become a big part into this race. Another usually big part of this race is the yellow flag, but we haven't seen one of those displayed yet today. Drivers are definitely taking it a little bit more cautious than usual. Here, Phil Parsons maybe trying to... No, he's not going to be able to get there. Phil Parsons trying to find a way around the 11 team. Phil Parsons still trying to find a way around the 11 team. Can't quite get it done. Meanwhile, there goes Alan Kawicki across Morgan Shepherd. And that'll put Kawicki in the top 10. Now, one team that really hasn't done well to this point in the season, that would have to be this 16 team. This is the 2nd car for Jack Roush, driven by Rick Mast. And this team was definitely hoping for a little bit better of a performance. Mast, obviously a serviceable driver. You can't take anything away from him. But at the same time, it's not been a good season. It's not been a good season for Roush in general, but definitely disappointing for this 16 teams. They find themselves outside the top 13 points. Meanwhile, Sterling Marlin looks like he's going to lose a couple positions here as Davey Allison slowly working his way back towards the front. He's going to try to pass Moroso here. Moroso will have the better line temporarily anyways. And there goes Davey Allison around, as that should swing him to the 6th position. And Tim Richmond's right behind him for 7th. And that lap traffic that we were talking about, well, it's already come into play. Bill Elliott has just taken the lead, and now here comes Phil Parsons to the bottom. Phil Parsons, and Parsons has taken the lead. Elliott doesn't even get credited with the 5 bonus points. That's going to be completely taken by Parsons. And now look out, slow traffic going 3 wide. That'll be Stanley Smith, Bobby Hillen Jr., and Jeff Purvis. They're definitely a bit in the way here. Everyone's kind of trying to scramble out of the way of these guys. Look out. And there we go. Parsons back up. In second, we've got Jeff Bodine. Third, now Elliott. Fourth, Mark Martin as he's starting to slide back a little bit. And there's Rusty Wallace in fifth. And now, how about this? Rick Mast is trying to put a move on the 1990 Cup champion. Now, it looks like Kyle Petty was able to get around Alan Kawicki, and Rick Mast just trying to follow suit with Kyle Petty. And Rick Mast will get the position. Mast is up to 11th. It would definitely be a smile for the Cat in the Hat if they're able to get both of his cars into the top 10. Meanwhile, Ron Moroso, who's having a quietly very good season in that 20 machine, just got around Sterling Marlin. Davey Allison and Tim Richmond working on some lap traffic there. You got the sense that Tim Richmond's probably going to try to get around the 28 here pretty soon. No contact there, but Davey Allison definitely felt the pressure. Can Allison clear him here getting into turn 1? It doesn't look like it. Richmond still's got the nose. Can he slide up in front of Allison to clear him? Yes. So Richmond will take the position away, move the 25 to the 6th position. Meanwhile, Phil Parsons, still your leader, up here. I gotta tell you what, this has been a breakout season for Phil. Came into this race leading in points. He's never led in points in his career. And I don't know what Leo Jackson's found in that number 1 car, but I gotta tell you what, they have done a hell of a job with that number 1 machine. They seem to be doing very, very good right now. His teammate, quasi-teammate anyways, are the Jackson brothers, Harry Gant. He's not doing as well today. Yeah, Harry Gant, he's stuck right now in the 28th position. That would be the green number 33 Skull car. And it seems like this top 4, they're pretty much content with running single file right now. Just waiting for someone's mess up somewhere along the line. Parsons right behind the 32 machine now. That's driven by Jimmy Horton. And there he goes around him. Phil Parsons. As we go further back here. And Rick Mast, he's found himself inside the top 10 now. Roush has got both of their cars inside the top 10. That's going to make Jack Roush pretty happy, to say the least. They're definitely making forward strides with this team, and it's at least showing here at Bristol at the short tracks. Meanwhile, Kyle Petty's trying to find any way he can to get around the 20 of Moroso. You want to talk about two young guns. There you go. And there goes Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty's by no means a young gun. He's been driving in the Cup Series since 1975, but he's still relatively young, to say the least. And there goes Rick Mast around Moroso, and now there goes Alan Kawicki around Moroso. So Kawicki will move into the top 10. And, I thought we saw some contact there between Mast and Kyle Petty, and that kind of shoved him into the 49. Stanley Smith definitely had to hold on a little bit there. Alan Kawicki looking for a way around the 16, but no, Rick Mast is going to jump down to the inside of the 42. Mast trying to jump to the 8th position. It looks like he's going to get it. Meanwhile, Darrell Waltrip who's been putting together a season so far. He's going to drop underneath Kyle Petty, and they're going 3 wide. Look out. Wally Dellenbeck in the 41 way up there. And Darrell Waltrip's gotten into the top 10. The short track legend. He's got more wins here at Bristol than any other driver. If there's any driver that can go ahead and win here at this track, it'll be him. Something like 11 or 12 wins he's got here at this track. Crazy. Meanwhile, Mark Martin's going to use Kenny Wallace as a pick. Put the 6 car up towards the front. He's now up into 3rd. And meanwhile, we've had a lead change while we've been looking further back. Jeff Bodine has taken the lead away from Phil Parsons. We'll go ahead and take a look and see what happened. They got stacked up behind Ken Schrader here. Bodine makes the move down to the inside. And there you go, Jeff Bodine, your leader here at Bristol. So how about that? The number 9, Jeff Bodine, has taken the lead. Meanwhile, Mark Martin, Bill Elliott are still having a time trying to pass Kenny Wallace. Speaking of Wallace's, here comes Rusty. I think Rusty's coming to pit road. And it seems like a couple of people are coming to pit road now. Bill Elliott's come to pit road. Rusty Wallace has made his trip down to pit road. Now, the unique thing about Bristol, well, I don't want to say that it's unique, but one of the special things is that it features pit boxes on the backstretch. Now, this isn't the only track that does that. But this is probably the most prominent that does it. Of course, Martinsville does it. Darlington and Rockingham also have pits on the back stretch. So after taking a look at all of that, I believe Kyle Petty is your current leader. Give him 5 bonus points. Or not, because I think those 5 bonus points just went to Rick Mast in the 16. As he's got a pit on the backstretch. It's very difficult to win pitting from the backstretch, but it has been done. Dale Earnhardt has done it once. Pitting from the backstretch it's a difficult thing to win by because it's such a disadvantage underneath the yellow flag. But if a race goes reasonably caution-free, you don't have to worry about pitting from the backstretch all that much. Oh, Chad Little! That got hairy. Wow! Now your leader after all this is Phil Parsons in the 1. Rick Mast is in the 16. And that is a gaggle of lapped cars, you could say. Rusty Wallace looks like he's going to pass a decent chunk of them. These cars are all 1 lap down. All of them. So Phil Parsons, he's got a respectable 1.5 second lead to Jeff Bodine. Well, to Rusty Wallace and then Jeff Bodine. And then back to 4th. That'll be Tim Richmond here in the 25. And then we've got Davey Allison in 5th. Mark Martin in 6th. Then we go back a little bit. Darrell Waltrip is in the 7th position. Bobby Hamilton, who is having a really good day. He's driving the 68 car up into the 8th position. Bill Elliott is in 9th. And rounding out your top 10, Brett Bodine. So we want to talk about disadvantages pitting from the backstretch. Rick Mast has dropped all the way to 16th. So it is a big disadvantage to pit from the backstretch here at Bristol. It's so difficult to keep your position. Basically, every time you pit, you're guaranteed to lose 4 or 5 spots. And you gotta watch yourself very carefully because the track is so short, you can very easily find yourself a lap down. Right now, 21 cars show themselves on the lead lap. Hutch Strickland in the 12. He's the last car shown on the lead lap right now. And Phil Parsons is going down to the inside of Strickland. And there you go. Parsons is now ahead of Strickland, so make that 20 cars on the lead lap, with Dale Jarrett being the last one. Ricky Rudd having a surprisingly bad day. He's usually money at these short tracks. Right now running in 23rd. Got caught a lap down early. I mean, Terry Labonte, Harry Ganton, pretty much the same way. 3 drivers that are usually money on these short tracks, and they are just not getting it done today. Bad luck. Now, we should see one more round of pit stops before this race is through. We'll expect to see them around lap 90, I would presume. Lap 90 or 100, somewhere around there, and then it'll be a short race to the end. As we're watching right now, pretty much what's the battle for second between Rusty Wallace, Jeff Bodine, and Tim Richmond, who is closing in a hurry. We take a look at the fastest car on the track right now, and right now that is actually the number 6 of Mark Martin, as he turned a lap time of 16.692 seconds for an average speed of just a tad over 115 miles an hour. So Mark Martin right now the fastest car on the track. Remember, he got the pole for today's race, and he just plucked the 5th position away from Davey Allison. So Mark Martin definitely on his way towards the front. And, oh, that looked like a car spinning out. We'll try to figure out what ended up happening there. And I assume it's going to be Kenny Wallace. We'll see what happened here with Kenny Wallace. Now he's locked into a Rookie of the Year points battle. Oh! Wow, Davey Allison just turned the 90 right into him. Dick Trickle. No caution, though, as Wallace is able to get back under his own power. But, yeah, that would be Davey Allison pretty much just turning Dick Trickle right into him. And, man, you gotta say that this is pretty much going to be Phil Parsons' race to lose at this point. It'll be his 3rd win of the season if he's able to pick this off. And I don't know if many people saw this person here, Phil Parsons, coming up, because I'll tell you what, I mean, he's scattered a bunch of wins to this point in his career. He had like 4 wins coming into this season. So he's scattered wins, but he's never put together consistent success. And it seems like now with Leo Jackson and that number 1 with Phil Parsons, I think that they might be able to get something together. We'll certainly find out. Heavy, heavy, heavy lap traffic right now. Yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game. As you can see, Tim Richmond has gotten into the 3rd position, and he wants more. Tim Richmond desires more, as he is now hunting down Jeff Bodine for 2nd. Tell you, Jeff Bodine's really showing that milling isn't dead, and they've still got a lot to prove in that 9 team. And there we go. Bodine's now kicked the 18 out of the way. Yeah, this is pretty much a battle on the track. Now, what you're watching here, this isn't the battle for the lead. This is the battle for 2nd. Your leader is Phil Parsons. He's about 4.5 seconds ahead of these two. And looking further back, you can see 4th place, Rusty Wallace. That'll be the golden black Pontiac, number 2. There he is. And here's your fastest driver on the track right now, Mark Martin. And taking a look at the fastest lap times, yeah, that really hasn't changed. If there's anyone that's really been able to rival that, believe it or not, it's actually the 17 of Darrell Waltrip, as it seems like his car's really come alive after that pit stop. So watch for Mark Martin and Darrell Waltrip to gain a ton of positions here. Yeah, they clearly made an adjustment to make their cars fly. They are slinging around this track right now. Eddie Beerswell, who was briefly in the top 10 to start this race, he's now a lap down in 20 seconds. Still a very good run for that team. And now we go back to the battle for second. Richmond looking a little bit high. Trying to see if he can maybe bait Jeff Bodine out. 1987 throwback champion. Very crafty. We all know how good he is behind the wheel. And honestly, and you know, you got to think that this is someone that also thinks he should be the 1989 champion. Losing that championship by only 2 points to Bill Elliott in the closest points battle in NASCAR history, period. And now here we go. We got it to second. Richmond down to the inside of Bodine. And Richmond's taking the second position. I'll tell you what. Oh, boy, we've got a slow car. Stopped on the apron. It's Rick Mast. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any stoppage of the race, however. We are still green. Now we can see here, Darrell Waltrip. Oh! Showing Davey Allison what's up there. Battle for 6th. I'll be between Waltrip and the 17, Allison in the 28, and Waltrip's gone right around him. The 18 there, that's Dale Jarrett. He's a lap down. As we had another car stop. That looked like the 49 of Stanley Smith. And now Mark Martin's kind of stuck in some lap traffic here. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Terry Labonte gave him a shove, and now he's 3 wide. Eek! Not the place you want to be when you're trying to charge towards the front. And it looks... Oh, boy. So Jeff Bodine's gotten back around. Yep. So now Tim Richmond is back on the hunt. Meanwhile, it should be noted that Phil Parsons has just slowly been pulling away. He's now got a 6-second advantage on these two. So these two are pretty much just punting the idea of even coming close to that one car. Pretty much just praying for a caution. Phil Parsons should have a 3rd career win in the bag if this all keeps on going. And now these two have just been wearing each other out. And now look who's behind them. It's Rusty Wallace. And man, Wallace knows all about this stuff. There goes Bodine to the inside. Bodine will put Richard Petty a lap down. Richard Petty, of course, in his last year of competition. 199 career wins to his name. And here goes Richmond. Oh, boy. Here we go. Richmond to get around Bodine. As you saw Rusty Wallace pull off into pit road there, as we are now getting our 2nd round of green flag pit stops coming up. So there goes the 25, the 9. I'll try to keep up with who is the leader here. Unless everyone ended up pitting late, pretty much. Darrell Waltrip's already been to pit road. Sterling Marlin's pitted late. I mean, we still have Harry Gant driving out here on the track. He's currently scored in 10th, and the caution is out. Wait a minute. Oh, that is a horrible time for a caution. The caution flag has come out in the middle of a green flag pit cycle, and we'll have to see how NASCAR scores this. Oh, boy. And now all of a sudden, this race is blown wide open. Let's see what's ended up happening here. Oh, wow. Bobby Hillen cut across the 30 there. And it looks like Kenny Wallace also got into him. Dick Trickle involved. Definitely a multi-car accident. Now, how is NASCAR going to score this? Now, Harry Gant was the leader at the time of caution. He stayed out, hoping for a caution to come out, and he's gotten it. So, Gant is your leader. It looks like we're going to score Tim Richmond second. Now, Harry Gant's got to come down pit road. Right. And I don't think that he trapped everyone a lap down. No. So he shouldn't be scored as the leader. That'll be Tim Richmond. So Tim Richmond is scored as your leader. Oh, man. What horrible timing for this caution. For Phil Parsons, I mean, it just completely took the win away from Phil Parsons. So we'll see. So Tim Richmond, luckily enough, is scored here on the lead lap. In second is Mark Martin. So second you have Mark Martin. In third, Phil Parsons. Davey Allison is scored a lap down. All right. As I try to figure out what's going on now. Okay, so now we have Rusty Wallace. He's being scored in fourth. Darrell Waltrip fifth. Bill Elliott 6th. Alan Kawicki 7th. Rookie of the Year hopeful Jimmy Hensley scored on the lead lap in 8th. Brett Bodine 9th. Sterling Marlin 10th. Harry Gant, who pit, will be scored in 11th. Dale Jarrett will be scored in 12th. And because of that lucky caution, the King Richard Petty is going to be scored in 13th. And a long tail of lapped cars as this race has been blown wide open. The green flag is out. We'll see what happens now. 13 cars are scored on the lead lap. And Tim Richmond, who got out in front of most of the lead lap cars, have now been caught by the lap downers. He's gotten passed by Kyle Petty almost immediately, and he's also gotten passed by Dale Earnhardt. So Kyle Petty, Dale Earnhardt back on the lead lap. Davey Allison, I'm sure, would love to get back on the lead lap, but oh man, these cars on the lead lap, they're stuck behind Jimmy Horton, the 32. Who's going to be able to get down to the inside first? This is pretty much just letting Tim Richmond run away with it. We'll find out who's able to get to the bottom. Oh my good lord, Phil Parsons making it 3 wide, desperately trying to do anything he can. Will this get him the results that he needs? Yes. He's gotten around Horton in the 32, but he's still stuck on the outside lane. It's a Pyrrhic victory as Elliott's going to go right on by him for second. And there you go. Bill Elliott falls into second. Alan Kawicki will fall into third. I believe Parsons will probably fall into fourth here. Maybe not. He got stuck on the outside lane, and here comes Darrell Waltrip. He filled that gap rather quickly. Can Parsons cut down to the inside? He can't close the gap. Darrell Waltrip now down to the inside, and he's going to pass Phil Parsons. And now here comes Mark Martin down to the inside. He's also going to get around Parsons. So the 3-wide pass was all for naught as he loses all the positions that he ended up gaining. Now we got to look towards the front. Here's Tim Richmond. He's got about a 2-second lead on Bill Elliott. It's been a long time since Richmond's gotten a win here at the short track, and he's definitely like to pad his lead a little bit here. He's looking to do it too. The next closest driver, believe it or not, is Alan Kawicki in the set. Where did Alan come from? Alan Kawicki has he's taken this caution. He's been fringe top 10 all day. And how about this? He's powered his way into second position. What an opportunist. I swear, Alan Kawicki is the master of just backing himself into great finishes. He basically won the 1990 championship because he won 6 races on accident. It's incredible. Go watch the 1990 season, and you'll see that Alan Kawicki was never the dominant car in any of the races that he won. He just so happened to win them. But, you know, he was consistent as well, and consistency gets you championships. Unlike with Rusty Wallace in 1991, where consistency consistency got him a championship there, but Rusty Wallace in 1990, where consistency doesn't award you a championship. Well, a lack of consistency doesn't award you a championship, because you gotta have consistent finishes. Now, Davey Allison, if he is able to get down to the inside of Richmond here and pop Richmond to the outside lane, that could blow this race open, because Alan Kawicki's not too far away, and Ricky Rudd's not too far away. Here he goes! Allison to the inside of the leader. This could spell disaster very quickly for Richmond. He's got to get to the inside and fast. Will Ricky Rudd get there? Oh, Richmond's not able to close the door. Oh boy, and here we go. So Richmond's now lost a couple of more drivers. Ricky Rudd gaining back one of his 2 laps down. Or probably one of his multiple laps down. Is it just 2? Actually, it is just 2. Meanwhile, Alan Kawicki is, well, for all intents and purposes, right there. Now, Phil Parsons has had to make up some time. Remember, he's locked into a points battle with Alan Kawicki. He can't let Kawicki get away. As of right now, I mean, Phil Parsons led the most laps. I don't think Kawicki's led a lap at all today. So as of right now, they would both tie for the amount of points they would get in this race. So Parsons is in a perfect position to maintain his points lead. Now, if he's to lose a position here, he would lose the points lead to Kawicki. Here comes Marlin down to the inside. That's for position. Oh, well, there you go. And now Kawicki should be in the points lead by 4. Now you can see Tim Richmond here. It looks like Alan Kawicki's just having a hard time getting around Hutch Strickland in the 12. Kawicki really trying to find any way he can to get around this 12 car, but it's just not working for him. 5 laps to go. And this is pretty much it. There you can see Darrell Waltrip going to third. Mark Martin, he'll pick off the fourth position from Sterling Marlin. Phil Parsons will reclaim the fifth position, as Marlin will fall back to sixth. Elliott in seventh, once again behind his Junior Johnson teammate Sterling Marlin. And Tim Richmond is only a couple laps away, 2 laps away from victory here at Bristol. Seems pretty much assured at this point since Alan Kawicki got stuck behind Hutch Strickland for so many laps. And here we go. Richmond's going to take the white flag this time around. One more lap for Richmond, as it looks like Sterling Marlin had to come down pit road for a problem. And now Tim Richmond looks clean through turns 3 and 4, and Tim Richmond is going to win the 1992 Food City 500 with Kawicki in second, Darrell Waltrip third, Phil Parsons in fourth, and Mark Martin fifth. As you can see, the official race standings to your left-hand side, as Tim Richmond's bring home the victory here today. You can see all the retirees. Jeff Bodine, after having such a good run, ending up with a DNF. Just unfortunate there. As you can see the results screen here. And we'll go ahead and get you the points here real quick. And there you go. They pushed on points because Sterling Marlin ended up having to go to pit road. That's going to mean that Phil Parsons and Alan Kawicki got the same amount of points. But with that win, Tim Richmond, that'll be his first win of the season. He's now pushing ever so closer to Parsons and Kawicki. We've got 3 drivers within 10 points of one another going into the 6th race of this season, as it just seems to continue to be chaotic. I mean, we still have Brett Bodine in the top 10 in points. It should tell you how chaotic this season has been. Oh, just crazy, crazy, crazy to see. Anyways, the next race, it's a classic, folks. North Wilkesboro Speedway for the first Union 400.